12.
They had their signs. They were making the signs last night. They were all excited to go. I said,
They're good signs. They're very good signs. Check the show post tonight. I'll put some in there. But, we're also going to start where we always start with our folks across the hall. I want to say thank you to Val MC, Connor Estes, Sullivan Petchimpang, Griffin Hall. They're the AV nerds tonight. In fact, I think that's official with an email and everything. But who's in the big room, Al?
It looks like the Will Baxter Band. Hey, you guys. I think it's been a minute. What's been going on with the band? What's been the progression the last 5 or 6 years since we've seen you?
6 years of some new music, and a couple new members.
Yeah.
Same intention, same great music coming at you.
Sounds wonderful.
What you gonna play first?
We're gonna play a song called "You and I Can Make Tomorrow Better Than Today."
Ooh, I like that.
God, we gotta love that. Sounds
we're going through,
perfect.
yeah.
Based on just what you're talking about.
Yeah. So this is the Will Baxter Band right here, fresh and homegrown on KRCL 90.9 FM.
Where have all the good times gone? Where have all the good times gone? Oh, we gotta come together. We gotta find a way. All this come together. And let's find a way. To make tomorrow better than today. And to make tomorrow better than today. So much hatred and violence and killing on the streets. And all across the world, people with nothing, no food to eat. Let's come together. Let's come together right now, right here today. Every brother, every sister, let me hear you say, let's make tomorrow better than today. And let's make tomorrow better than today. All we can. And let's make tomorrow make it better than today. And let's make tomorrow better than today. Tomorrow better than today, and let's make tomorrow better than today. I want to. And let's make tomorrow. Make it better than today. Oh, we can. Let's make tomorrow. Oh, we can. We can. Oh, better. Better. Let's make tomorrow. Oh, better. Better than today. Let's make tomorrow. I know we can. I know we can. Better than better. Let's make it. Oh, make it better, better, better. Make it better than today. Let's make tomorrow better than today.
Oh, yeah.
Will Baxter Band.
Sounded great over there, you
Live.
guys.
In the big room here at KRCL, and we are live streaming on KRCL's YouTube channel. So go on over there if you want to check it out. We're always recording the videos, and then our AV nerds, they turn it into a post for next week. So you'll be able to see that. 2 more songs coming from them, right?
Yeah, 2 more songs.
Right. We got Skywatcher Leo T, we got Voices from the Rally, but we're going to start with Flowers.
Yes, Flower Conference. There's so many conferences right now. It's that time of year. If folks out there don't know, it's when the farmers actually get a break and get to meet each other and talk about what's going on. Fawn Ruckert is with us. Fawn, are you still the head honcho over there, or have you passed that title along?
As of February 1st, I will be done being president. So 2 more days, really just one.
One last conference.
Does that feel good?
It does. I think the board that's coming up are just amazing, and they're going to do great things. So I'm excited to see where they take things.
Very good. Awesome. And where things have been taken so far is quite a distance, isn't it? I mean, you guys started, what is it, maybe 4 or 5 years ago now?
It was 2019.
Oh, wow.
So
Right?
7?
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh,
And that
my
was
goodness.
just like kind of the start of the slow grow flower movement, right? Grow slow, slow grow. I can't remember which it is, Fawn, but
Slow flower.
there we
Slow
go.
flowers.
We have Sarah Patterson with us from Red Acre Center, and y'all be tabling at this conference tomorrow, which
Yes.
I understand is once again sold out, Fawn.
Yes, we've sold out every year. There's a great, like someone said, it's the fastest growing agricultural industry in the state. And so we've just got lots of new growers that want to learn. So it's great. The enthusiasm is there, and we're excited for it.
Who's on the bill? Who's your keynotes? Who are you really excited to have?
I am so excited about our keynote speaker. She's coming from Baltimore. Her name is Ellen Frost of Local Color Flowers, and she sells as a florist only local flowers. Like her whole business model only supports local. She doesn't sell any imports. They told her it couldn't be done, and she's been doing it for like 17 years.
Oh, wow.
So she's amazing, and I can't wait to hear from her.
How many cut flower farms would you say there are in Utah now? And there is a map. I got it in the show notes.
Thank you for bringing up the map. Yeah, you can go to the website and find your local farmer. So we have 200 members as of today, but I'm sure there's more farmers out there that aren't members of the association. So 200 plus.
So
At
what's it
least.
like growing flowers? And Sarah, are you doing that too now? Or have you always had flowers as part of the farm down there in Cedar?
We've always grown flowers, but it seems like now it's more exciting. Like people care about them more.
Yeah. That they're locally grown. How about you,
Yeah.
Fawn?
How long I've been growing
Yeah.
them? This is my 10th year growing flowers, and I love it when people figure out that they can get local flowers and that it's actually a thing to think about.
So many of the flowers are come from different countries and things like that. So it's really important because the folks here at home tend to take a little more care about what they use. Is that correct, right? You've had Seagull Lily Farm for quite a while now, huh, dear?
Yeah, it's been 9 years, and I definitely, I don't want to walk through fields of pesticides or cancer causing agents. And so, whereas imports, there's really no control over what is being sprayed on them. So if you're concerned about what you're bringing into your home, you definitely want to seek out a local farm and ask them about their growing practices. I would say the majority of our local farmers do lean towards organic and natural processes for sure.
Really cool. We've got to have some of the folks on throughout the years. Little Gate Garden and Heather she's up in Cache County, where it's a little bit cool and a little bit different to grow flowers. There's quite a few different microclimates, and flowers adapt in a lot of really cool ways. There's certain flowers that do really well in those situations, right?
Definitely, definitely. There's a flower to grow in all the climates here in Utah for sure.
I want to hear what grows well for you all. Fawn, what have you been growing the last couple of years that's really done well and that folks also want?
So one of the flowers that's kind of unknown to a lot of people is something called Lysianthus, and it's a little hard to grow. Most growers get plugs or seedlings. But they do exceptionally well here in Utah because they like to be a little bit on the dry side, and that works for us, right? And they last like 14 days in a vase.
Oh wow!
So the consumer likes them.
I was gonna say Lizzie's are the thing that everyone loves to grow that no one really knows about, and they're easy to grow. And they kind of look like a rose in a way. You know what I mean? They have they have great colors for them, so you have a lot of options. But if anyone wants to grow flowers, I always just say plant zinnias because those grow.
Plant the big gem ones though, with the big heads,
plant
right?
zinnias, plant some sunflowers. You'll feel successful. Yes. Then go get some plugs from Snack because they do a really great job at selling them. And if you pre-order, you can get larger quantities if you're a farmer. But if you're smaller, they still have a great sale that they do for everyone. So there's good options if you didn't start your Lizzie's in January.
So
or before then.
Yeah. Red Acre Sun will be at the conference tomorrow.
Yes, the conference tomorrow. Let's go back to that, Fawn, and let's give the who, what, when, and why kind of thing for it and where it's at. And it is sold out, so there's a waiting list, but you might not be able to. How do you get on the
mailing list?
How do you make it into the flower conference?
Sign up early.
Yeah, we launched ticket sales December 1st, actually. So they were on sale for 6 weeks before they sold out. So that's typically about when we start selling tickets, but it's down in Provo at the Utah Valley Convention Center. We've got a farmer coming from, her farm is Sierra Flower Farm. She's coming from Reno, Nevada area, which has a similar climate. So that's great. And then we have a lot of local speakers, including Melanie Stock from USU, who runs the Urban and Small Farms program there. And so it's going to be a great day. We've got 150 people that are going to be there, and we're excited. We're excited that the Red Acre Center is going to have a table so they can talk to our farmers about what they do up on the hill.
Yeah, we've been trying to figure it out for a while, but
we've
sponsored the conference, I think, from the very beginning. So, and the Flower Association. So it's exciting to have them, and it's great to be, have people excited about growing things.
I know, right? And flowers, if vegetables aren't your thing, but flowers are, there's a whole association, there's a whole community to support you. And Fawn, not only that, but you've also had great success in getting florists to say, or to carry local flowers.
Yes, I think they're realizing that there's a value there. Not just that they're not covered in pesticides, but they last longer. It's what their customers want to support. And then, if people just want to go straight to the farmer, they can go to that Utah Flower Mart or map on our website, the association website, utahflowerfarms.com, and find a local farmer that might have a bouquet subscription. You can buy those instead of imports for Valentine's Day.
Ooh, that's a good
And
idea.
I think the other cool thing is that consumers, people that buy flowers, are now going to their florist and saying, hey, we want our wedding, we want local flowers, or this event. Like, as you know, consumers of flowers or people that use it for events or whatever, they can also be active in this conversation by going to florists and saying, this is what we want, because then the florists are going to try harder
There
to
you
reach
go.
out to these farmers.
We got all those notes in the show notes at krcl.org for tonight, so you can click and get on the mailing list for next year, right, Al? Mm-hmm. All right, stick around. We're going to be talking the rally earlier today at Washington Square. We're going to have more from the Will Baxter Band. And then your mom and you are coming back with Chef Sean
Yes,
for
we'll be here.
the Urban Farm Reports. First, though, Skywatch.
Skywatcher Leo T here with you over the radio waves at the speed of light and good frequencies. Always lots of gems to look at in the sky as we wheel around the galaxy on the good Earth after dusk. Brilliant Orion, Taurus, Canis Major, the Big Dog, and other sparkling stars and constellations through much of the night. Look for Blue Formalhaut, the beautiful lonely autumn star. It's starting to set in the southwest as we near month's end. Thanks to Stardate magazine for some guidance as we look up. The waxing moon marches east across the evening sky, says hello to binary Gamma Arietis on Saturday. If you don't know where that is, you just look at the moon. Just past Taurus the Bull, then comes close to Pleiades on Tuesday. Did you ever notice that the Big Dipper wheels around the North Star like the hour hand of a giant clock, ticking off the hours of the night? Winter's a great time to watch it in between the clouds and actual snow. We got some snow coming. For a view to the north, look to the north as the clouds part. It's a good view all night long. Get out your tent and some hot beverage. Perseus the hero strides boldly across the sky tonight. He is overhead at nightfall, crowning the sky with a couple of streamers of moderately bright stars. And looking moonward in Florida, teams at Kennedy Space Center continue to prepare the Artemis SLS rocket and Orion spacecraft along with associated ground systems ahead of the launch. Teams have completed all checkouts of mechanical power systems, cryogenic propellant lines, and engines at Launchpad 39B. And as of today, when we record this program, Wednesday the 28th, NASA is moving up the critical fueling phase and test. The progression is going a little quicker than originally thought toward the fueling phase, and NASA says it hopes to wrap up the fueling and countdown simulation as early as this Saturday. If all works with flying colors, the moon rocket could launch astronauts on the moon mission to the moon and around as early as February 6th. Think about this. There are so many things that need to go right for this launch, with 4 living, breathing fellow human beings on board to safely blast out and around the moon. The first time we have recaptured this ability since 1972. This is good news for everyone involved with the program. For those of us Earthlings that are even aware of any of these hopeful events going on, send your good energy. As it is one sky, many cultures on Skywatcher Leo T, let's fly the little Skywatcher spaceship around our planet south to beautiful Venezuela. Venezuelan mythology is deeply rooted in the country's indigenous cultures and reflects a profound connection to nature and the cosmos. It embodies a worldview where the divine and mundane coexist, with deities and spirits inhabiting the same spaces as humans and nature. This mythology often explores themes of creation, transformation, and the cyclical nature of life and death, emphasizing indigenous peoples' respect for the environment. And from godsandmonsters.info and Wikipedia, key deities and figures, Maria Leonza, a prominent goddess associated with nature, healing, and protection. She's often depicted riding a tapir, symbolizing her connection to the wilderness. Guacaipuro, a historical figure who has attained mythical status as a protector of the land and its indigenous people, representing resistance against colonization. See the Skywatcher Facebook page for more info and photos from this episode, and please listen to the radio broadcast and the podcast available on Spotify and Apple. And check out Leo T on the Wayne Garfield County Insider newspaper, available in every post office box in south central Utah there. And be sure to listen next week as the launch of Artemis 2 comes very soon if all goes well, and we check in on the Psyche Deep Space Heavy Metal asteroid probe that we've been following since its launch. Keep looking up, look around, and get just a little bit lost in space. Skywatcher Leo T.
Thank you, Leo. And of course, a link to his Facebook page in the show notes at krcl.org. I'm Laura Jones in studio with Aldine, and we also have Connor Estes joining us.
Hello,
Hey.
yes.
So what did we do earlier today, Lemmy?
Yeah, so we went over to Washington Square downtown and attended the Ice Out protest that was happening today at 2 p.m. And there was, how many people did you say there was?
There were more
there's a
when
lot
we
of people
left
there.
to come back and get ready for the show. I think it had doubled, at least from when I did the call-in with Val at 2-ish.
I would want to say there's probably 2,000-3,000 people there.
I think so. And who knows, they may still be there. If you are, be safe, be warm.
Yes, absolutely. But I got the opportunity to be up at the front of the crowd and recorded some of the speakers. One in particular, who we've had on the show many a times, Jakey Ciolo, and he shared a little bit about hope, which I thought really stuck out to me. So let's hear from
I
that.
like that.
I want to end with a message of hope. Even when I hear this, I'm always like, here we go again with the hope and the love talk, and it's gonna save us. But I do believe it will. But we cannot just voice these things. Hopelessness is the enemy of justice, and I want justice. I want justice for Keith Porter, Renee Good, Alex, my cousin Malu, for immigrants, for black lives, for women, for children, for trans lives, and the list goes on. So people often say to me, how do you survive in a place like Utah? How do you not lose hope in a place like Utah? And I say hope is not something I wait for, it's something I create. It's something we create. Because hopelessness is the enemy of justice. They say, well then what brings you hope? I say joy, unapologetically untamed joy. It's the way we show up for each other, passing the mic, passing the plate, packing city council rooms till they feel the heat of our truth. It's the dance after the protest. It's Auntie's embrace at the food drive, the chosen family that feels like freedom. Hope is not a theory. Hope is a practice. And girl, I've been practicing. Have we all been practicing hope? Yet again, people still think I'm crazy for staying in Utah, and I agree. But Utah is home. I am Utah. Utah is me. And as settlers and stewards to this land, it is our duty and our right and our calling to shape this place for the next person who dares to dream here. Let us keep reaching for the hope that lives loud in this state, and forever it's 12 and ACAB.
That is Jakey Ciolo, one of the speakers at the Salt Lake City Ice Out rally. He's also with the Nua Collective. And I like that, having some hope, because I feel losing that hope is part of what makes it so unbearable. Tomorrow at the Capitol noon, it is the Rally to Save Our Great Salt Lake. And then at 5 o'clock tomorrow night, the Our Heart Collective First Mutual Aid event, 5 to 9 p.m. at Culture Coffee here on the west side, 9th West and 300 North. So, folks, there's lots to do. And then next Wednesday
is Day on the Hill up at the Capitol.
So there is always something you can do or support and lend your time, your talent, or your treasure to the cause. Back across the hall now, Will Baxter Band, who played such a great first song. I hope we're going to have some more hope there, Will.
This song is not about hope, and it's not very timely at this point, but we're going to play it for hope.
Okay,
Yeah.
what is it
We
called?
can play it for joy.
There we go. Play it for joy. Is this one of your new songs with the maybe Knockin' Boots? I don't know.
No, we could do Knockin' Boots if you want.
No, I was just thinking that's why it wasn't matching up.
This song is called Whiskey Train. That's why it's not matching up.
Oh, joy. We're going with
We'll
joy.
do the Joy Train. How about that?
Before you do this song, though, you got a gig coming up next week, I hear?
Oh yeah, I'm sure we do. We're at Lake Effect, and we're at Hidden Ace, and we're at Gracie's, and just check willbaxterband.com. Check our Instagram, Will Baxter Band. It's all on there.
All right, Al.
Very good. This here, right here, fresh and homegrown KRCL, the Will Baxter Band.
devil. Yeah, whiskey sets me free. Yeah, whiskey is the reason. Ain't no you and me. Oh, whiskey, I'ma leave you be. Else you're gonna be the death of me. Oh, yeah. And ride on the whiskey train. Ride on the whiskey train. I'm a loser in a winner's game. I can't stop riding on a whiskey train. Whiskey bring me trouble. Whiskey bring me pain. I'm headed for disaster on that whiskey train. Whiskey bring me sorrow. Whiskey sets me free. And whiskey is the reason. Ain't no you, ain't no me. Oh, whiskey, I'm gonna leave you be. Unless you're gonna be the death of me. Yeah, you will. Ride on a whiskey train. Ride on a whiskey train. I'm an old man in a young man's game. I can't stop riding on a whiskey train. Oh, come on, baby. Ride on the whiskey train. Ride on the whiskey train. I'm a young man in an old man's game. I can't stop riding on a whiskey train. Whiskey gets me high. Whiskey laid me low. Whiskey's the devil. I gotta let go. Whiskey bring me trouble. Whiskey sets me free. And whiskey is the reason. Ain't no you, ain't no me. Oh, whiskey, I'm gonna leave you be. Unless you're gonna be the death of me. Ride on a whiskey train. Ride on a whiskey train. I'm a loser in a winner's game. I can't stop riding on a whiskey train. Let me ride on the whiskey train. Ride on a whiskey train. I'm an old man in a young man's game. I can't stop riding on a whiskey train. Ride on a whiskey train. Ride on a whiskey train. I'm a loser in a winner's game. I can't stop riding on a whiskey train. I can't stop riding on a whiskey train. Oh, I can't stop riding on a whiskey train. I can't stop riding. On that whiskey train. All aboard.
Justice Coalition, a volunteer-operated collective that creates organic, nutritionally dense, plant-based meals for the unsheltered community and those facing food insecurity. Prepared meals now available to the general public. Menu and volunteer opportunities online at foodjusticecoalition.org. This is Radioactive with the Punk Rock Farmer. I'm Laura Jones, and we will have Will Baxter to close out the show, folks. And there's some gigs coming up that you can go see them live. And, of course, live streaming right now for the rest of the show on our YouTube channel. All right, Aldine is here. And also Cimbria and Sarah Patterson are here from Red Acre Center. Chef Sean is here.
Hey, hey.
Because next Wednesday, are you cooking again? Are you been put to work on the Hill?
I couldn't imagine it any other way.
There you go.
Yes, yeah. We're going for another one.
I love it. So how's the session going so far? Before we dive into lessons learned from all the conferences, who wants to do that? Sarah's got the energy for it.
Oh boy, no. I shouldn't be the one talking because I haven't been up there all week. So I'm just the one that got to come in for the grand finale. It was Farm Bureau Day on the Hill. There was Rural Caucus Day. Our bill was in committee and passed unanimously.
Very good.
And this is the raw milk bill?
Yeah, 179.
So there's a couple of raw milk bills this year.
Lots of raw milk.
Why is that?
We just want to make a splash this year.
Milk, it does a body good.
The Department of Food and Agriculture has an idea, and we had an idea, and we're still kind of communicating, working, and I guess we just kept both running our bills. One's numbered and through committee, and the other one is still in the hopper. It hasn't. Is it numbered?
Finishing.
It's numbered. It's just
numbered.
not in
It's
committee.
still. I don't think it's in committee. They're working on like a substitute, and So
and then there is a third bill which dropped this week. Our bill, well, it depends who you're talking to. The other bill has a little more regulatory
burden.
Than ours. Ours started out much more simple, but we wanted to work with the department, and the department no longer wants to be the ones testing.
Department of Agriculture?
Yeah. They don't want to test. So we put that in our substitute. And then this third bill that dropped, I think, I'm guessing, we're just guessing here, that these two bills need to decide. So we'll just pass this bill from the Senate, and it'll end both of our bills.
So have you been fighting for
deregulates.
this raw milk for the 10 years of Red Acre Center?
I know. I testified today in committee, and I was like, I was 19 when I came up here, and I will turn 31 next month, which is in just not that many days.
Time to retire.
I'm like, this is insane that we're still talking about this. Can we Can we
get on with it?
Yeah, let's finish this year and talk about some other fun things.
So let's go back to raw milk, because this is really important. Now, the what you're fighting for, what we are fighting for, the little bit of changes in the bill. There's a thing about
what we're advocating for, Al, not fighting.
No permit now. I know there was a few other things we went through at Pastries and Politics. What are the changes that we want in the bill this year?
So you had, as a farmer, you had to own 51% of a store, and we think it's not very feasible for a farmer to also own a retail store. That's been around since 2007, and Redmond was the only one that had a store for many years, almost 2 decades. So that was in our bill. The ability for a third person, a designated agent, so the farmer wouldn't have to move the milk themselves. And that's what we were asking for. And then, did I forget something, Sarah? I feel
No
like there were
limit on how much milk?
No,
so it can be sold in stores. So like Caputo's could carry it if they.
No, but there was a third thing. Anyway.
And then the last one was there was 122 gallons out of the gate, and now that doesn't
Not
have a
necessary
limit.
to have a
We don't know. We're
permit.
tired.
We don't even know anymore.
And it's only, week 2 of the
It's week 2, and look at us. We don't even know what's happening.
Okay, Al, let's sort this out. We had a bill. We wanted to have a third party move it, and we wanted the 51% gone. I'm telling you, I wrote this bill, and I can't remember. There was something else. But regardless, the department wanted out of testing, so we ran a substitute, and it makes the producer responsible for finding a third party to test.
Okay, not the health department. Could be the health department, but they have to find it.
No,
the health department doesn't do
test.
testing, so
No,
you
I
have
mean the producer of the milk has to find.
Yes, has
find,
to find an
yes,
entity.
has
Yeah.
to find a testing
Okay.
entity.
An
Yep.
approved laboratory. So
Yep.
it's all on them, which is kind of cool because they can control their samples.
Yeah.
They can decide they have to keep records. So if anything ever happens, and then the bill that the department had, our feeling is they want out. They said it's not in their budget. They can't afford it. They want out. I'm like, okay, well then we took you out. They still would like to show up and inspect and register. They have a few things they want. I'm like, you guys, you're either in or it's kind of like they want the cow, but they don't want to pay for the milk.
Oh, wow.
Right?
I loved how you said, we took you out. I mean, that sounded pretty strong there. Okay, so Day on the Hill is next Wednesday, which usually means y'all, some farmers are getting together and cooking the food. Chef Sean is usually the main muscle behind that. What you got on the menu?
I'm not allowed to totally disclose that. It's a surprise attack. Because we want it to have a splash and a bang and make sure everyone knows that we're there.
Okay.
I think what's been really cool over the years is the first time I was involved to like have culminated a few people. And then all of a sudden now we're like getting like pre-requests and like starting to think like we should sell tickets to this
You
event.
should, because the people come running.
We are.
You are selling tickets?
Yeah,
Members
if you're
eat for
not,
free.
if you're a member, you eat for free. If you're not a member, then you just sign up and you get to pay for. Yeah, I
This
mean,
is
you
a
know,
member of the center.
yes, a member of the center. So it isn't free anymore. But we were having 300 people.
I know.
So it was like getting
You're having all the lawmakers and their staff rushing.
and
line.
all the fun farmers and all the
This
cool people. I
community
mean,
showed
it's
up.
great, and that's what we want. Is we want
We
community.
do know we have levity bread.
Very
For
good.
sure.
Is part of it, Sean? Is part of it because we're trying to still figure out what's fresh?
I mean, that really is the amazing part is that it is at the moment. So literally tomorrow, like tonight, we start to talk to all the farmers. What do you have? What can we get? And can we get it in this kind of quantity? And then we start to hunt it down between now and Wednesday and pull it together.
That's
We're
the
picking
idea.
up some goods from Al tonight.
This is how it rolls. Yes, there are some. I have some herbs. The
Al's a
kids
little
just
bit of an
delivered them.
insider.
That's how it rolls, though. It's what's fresh. It's what's on the table. It's not what's been sitting around.
There's no
And-
supermarket holding this for us.
No.
truck
for months.
pulling up.
No, the downtown farmers market will be the main source, pretty much.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that is tomorrow, by the way. They're calling it the Civic Center. It's the old Leonardo, which is the old Salt Lake City Library. And if you were down at the rally today, you walked right by it.
And we'll be there. Radioactive Center will be there, so you can come talk to me. I'll be there as well.
Chef Sean.
Kind of going through it as we're collecting, so we'd love to see you. Come be a member, and then it would be included in that
On
sign-up
Wednesday.
fee.
What
There you
time
go.
on Wednesday? What time you serving on Wednesday?
Noon.
Okay, noon at the Capitol. All right,
And
I
then
want to.
you can also, if there are any farmers or anyone out there, I think we might have another table or two. Maybe
They
just
wanna
one, I
set
don't
up.
know. So if they want to set up and you want to talk to your representative and your legislators and show them
Show
what you're
off your
doing,
farm.
show off your farm.
Al does it.
You can still sign up to tables. So Al will be there. I will be there for my farm. So Red Acre Farm will be there. I think Bug Farm's coming.
Very good.
We have people from all over the state that come
Yeah.
from north, south, east, and west. So
That's fantastic.
Staley
All right.
Farm.
Forbes are coming. They're all the way up.
Yeah,
in
we
that
really do
corner.
get the corners.
Yeah.
I love it. And I'm so glad y'all are back in studio today. Al, missed your energy. Well, I want to hear some things you learned or that was cool at the Utah Farm and Food Conference and then at Eco Farm. So let's do the Farm and Food Conference that Red Acre Center held earlier this month in Cedar
So
City.
just a couple weeks ago, we gathered in Cedar City, and over 300 people came this year, which has
Over
kind
300.
of been a goal for you all. I always tell you, yeah, it's going to happen, and always a few weeks before, it's like, well, everybody gets the ticket at the last minute. And this year we made it over the 300 mark. And there was quite a few really, there was 25 workshops, right?
Yeah.
And there was a number of speakers.
Molly, how was Molly?
Molly Englehart
Molly
came
was
in.
great, and
sh-
Chef Sean did a discussion with her that was fabulous.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been a part of it for many years, but like getting to be, I guess, present in that conversation with farmers and chefs, kind of bringing it full circle, because it was always the Farm and Food Conference. I'm like, well, I know we're making food and you guys are growing it, but let's talk about it a little bit from our side. And so it was really cool to get to have that little conversation and see everyone in the crowd participate. And
Well, Molly's in such a unique position, right? Because
'Cause
she was a
she's
vegan
both.
for a while, and she said, I finally figured out there's a few squirrels in that avocado toast, I think is what she told us, Sarah.
And she's still a vegetarian, so
Yeah.
yeah, she's still vegetarian.
But she raises beef, cooks it, and serves it. That's
Yeah,
new.
and every other animal as well. So her farm and the regenerative
She's in
practices that
Texas,
she
right?
uses. Yep.
Yeah, San
In
Antonio.
Texas. So yeah, it was really cool to get from her perspective, coming from a vegan. And I actually said I followed you. I used your vegan recipes. So it was really interesting to all of a sudden see her come out again with this book and talking about beef and the circle of life and how there's no life without death. I think that was the overarching.
Right. She did a closing keynote, and she got very evangelical, let's call it.
Oh, wow.
she could
yeah,
have been an
she was-
evangelical
she could've
preacher.
She was, it was just testify. Yeah. Oh my
The
goodness,
message
it was.
was get along.
It was get along.
We had quite we had a good group. We had a good diverse group. We started the conference with the film screening, which was a mini documentary about my farm and the center, and then also a friend who I met through our documentaries, Corbin, who is in Illinois, and her journey of being a queer farmer and farming in Illinois and losing her farm due to some choices of joining up with someone and not really losing it, but deciding to step away. And we're actually the same age. We're both in our 30s. And so she's now at Seed Savers. So that was kind of a good discussion to see, have that discussion of why are women, in ag and how that's going. And then we ended with Molly and
The
evangelical preacher.
I love it.
And there was
Farmer and the
everything.
evangelical preacher.
Everything
We
else
covered
in
it all.
between. Al stewarding the seed exchange, which is always a beautiful thing. Chef Sean leading a chef bowl for lunch with chefs from all across the state, again providing and coordinating that, which was quite the journey.
Let him talk a little bit about that, because it was really cool.
Yeah, I think the over idea always is I don't want this credit. I just want to make sure it happens. And so to get to be a part of really, these ladies have done an immense work for years. So being able to step in, being trusted with this was a lot of pressure, I'll say. But really getting to reach out and me be the one to push and pull and get them to come along and show up. So the invitation was bring a serving, 150 servings of whatever it is you choose from this list of available things from farms, and then hang out with us and then be a part of this conversation with Molly Englehart after that. And it was cool. We had about 25 participants come down, and it wasn't just chef. I mean, not to call them not chefs, but it was also producers, people that run mercantiles, people that do farmers markets, people that do private catering and chef and events, and then actual chefs as well that are working in commercial kitchens.
So you said 25 participants. I'm taking that's the growers and the chefs or what have you, and
Well, it
then
would
they
be
were
more
feeding
if
everybody.
we were doing growers.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
this
yeah.
is just the people that I
Yeah.
talked to that came in to really throw down. I mean, I would go through the list and maybe we can add it at some point. But yeah, we had a
Absolutely.
ton of
Okay.
super cool people, a lot from Salt Lake.
All right, we're talking about the next growing season too. Anybody get some good tips or some good ideas from the breakouts? And we can also go to Eco Farm, which is now as old is KRCL. Y'all went there
Oh my
too.
goodness,
Yes.
same age.
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
The only thing we need to say about Eco Farm is there were 15 of us from Utah.
There, Utah
Really?
represented.
No
we
way.
showed up and we were there, and
They did
know,
the wine
I-
pouring, the beer kombucha.
I have to say that there are some other states there, but everyone's like, "Are you part of the Utah? Oh, you guys are from
You're the
like,
cool
They
kids?
know where they're. We
We're
know
loud.
we're loud. There might only be 15 of us at a conference of 13, like
Future craft.
1,500.
So they
but
went
know
through.
we're
They
there.
went through where people were from, all over the states and across, the country and the world. And then they said Utah, and we yelled. Everybody was like, "Yeah!" And nobody else did that.
Oh, Utah.
So we represent at Eco Farm.
Yeah.
They know that we are doing stuff,
Right.
and that's what matters. And Craft Farm was there. I mean, we had a good group. Yeah.
I think one of the big things that we're right on those farms, and the practices out there are a little different, Laura.
Because it's in Monterey,
It's
right?
like hard to
California.
learn what to do here and take it, what to do there and take it here, because I mean it's cold weather stuff there, which you wouldn't think. Where we were is right on the coast, where it's all strawberries and it's all brassicas and lettuce. It's the lettuce capital of the whole world
Because they have
there,
a very gentle
and
climate.
so it's hard to kind of do that, but. One of the best things is the farm tour, right? You guys. I mean, we went to some very cool farms. We went to Piscine's Ranch, which is a Piscine's Ranch, which is a very cool vineyard on 8,000-acre vineyard on a hill,
Well, they do-
looking over this
they-
beautiful valley. I mean,
I've
oh
got
my
a clip,
goodness.
but I don't think we have time for it, so I'll
we'll
save
play
it for
next time.
week.
Yeah.
But I'll bet that was just fantastic. And you sent me photos of y'all eating these big fat strawberries, and you didn't bring
Oh
any
my
back.
gosh,
that-
I have to say that lunch on Javier's farm was all of the workers and his wife and his family made us a beautiful lunch with pozole and homemade tortillas and
black mole and
my
caldo de
gosh.
res, which is beef soup, and the nopales they had. I mean, it was a huge spread.
So
Huge.
good. It was huge. And then for dessert, we got to go out to the field and pick these beautiful.
We didn't just go out
strawberries.
to the field. We got to go and walk like 2 miles down this big hill, down through
We
the field,
walked the
through the
farm.
mud, through crumbly soil that was hard to walk through. It was like 80 people.
over,
and he took
over crate bridges.
over crate bridges. He took us on a freaking hike from
to get
hell.
the strawberries.
And,
No,
and I,
that's how we
I had
ended
to,
the
I had to
tour.
keep Al up for a second. I got to be there. It was amazing. But me and Al, we cleared up the rear.
Yeah, well, I was going to say there was someone huffing and puffing in the clip you sent me. So
it's probably me. So you played the clip of Javier.
I did play
Did
some.
you have to beep it
I
out?
did have to beep it. He sounds like a character.
Oh, Javier
And he was
is
the
a
keynote at our
character.
conference last year.
Yeah,
yeah.
he came to our conference last year.
Well, so what did you take away from these experiences? I mean, I know you all put it on. You've been putting on the Utah Farm and Food Conference for 10 years. And by the way, the dates for 2027 are January 14th through 16th.
Yep.
But at an Eco Farm, I'm guessing you'd sit back, relax, and take it all in. But how inspiring was it? Because I know there's quite a crisis, and when it comes to labor, especially in California with the immigration situation. So
It's a real
are farmers
conversation.
hopeful? How was
I
all
think
that?
they're hopeful. I think the thing that most people said, and I think Javier might have sworn, and that was part of the
Yes.
bleep out. But basically, we're nothing without our crew, and I would say the same thing is we're nothing without our community.
We don't eat without our community.
Yeah, and
And
so
what else did he say? He said there's no better time than now to start an organic farm.
And I
Even though
think-
he talked about all the problems.
Yeah.
He said, he's not.
And we don't face that as much. I mean, not that we don't, but in like my farm doesn't face that. Al's operation, that isn't exactly what
Smaller
our
farms.
smaller farms in California, that is their labor force, even for farms my size. But that isn't where we are in this place. But we still need to support that community. But I think the most important thing is community and what
other.
that is in each other and supporting us, because if we want to get through what we're doing, we've got to stick together.
Well, I think the big thing for me, kind of outside on the consumer user side, is that that the entire community is worth fighting for, and I think that that's what everyone really was kind of standing up, and it was that real feeling of that like underlying energy and surge that it is moving in the right direction, and there is support, and jump in and be involved.
Eco Farm, one of my other favorite things besides the bus tour is the seed exchange. And oh my goodness,
What'd you get?
Year it really went off. There was a guy there from Peru that maybe he knows Mick in some way. I don't know. But he had some really great stuff. I got a very cool herb from South America, from the Yucatan, not South America, and this one is called huazote, and it's like a epazote. It's like a little green that they put in with things in a lot of dishes, and it's like an amaranthy kind of thing. It has a lot of seeds. Once you plant it, you'll never not have it again. So watch for that one at the markets. I'm
like
gonna have huazote.
Watch out. Yeah, it's going to take over the farm.
So what are y'all getting inspired to grow or to see folks grow in this next growing season? I'm guessing as a chef of several restaurants, you're always looking at what is local and what you could do with it, and maybe have a few ideas for folks to grow.
I mean, I think the new cauliflower is cabbage. I keep kind of saying it. It's delicious and beautiful, and it does well, at least on Sarah's farm.
We grow a lot of it, so I keep talking.
I've been seeing a lot of cabbage recipes on Pinterest these days.
Yeah, right. I mean, I think you're seeing that because we do want the next thing, and sometimes you start to feel guilty when prices are going out of control on cauliflower, or you're overusing. So, I mean, we're always trying to be the new kid with the new toy. So I would definitely say that. And I would definitely say, again, I think with protein prices, like if you want to use the good stuff, you're going to keep being super creative with everything else that supports it.
Cabbage steaks look really tasty.
I
got to try them myself.
They are.
I'm doing broccoli rabe this year.
Ooh, are you?
Oh,
How about you?
What are we doing? We just did our whole planning calendar. I'm really excited for things. We're doing sweet potatoes again this year. We made some space.
And a plug for vegetables, our seed money dinner, which we never talked about. But Chef Sean, the dinner at the conference was all vegetables, beautiful, every course, stunning,
we don't have
gorgeous.
Time for the seed money
we'll
discussion.
We'll have to come back on again.
Absolutely.
We started we started a new thing, and we're giving out low and no interest loans to small farmers. It's called Seed Money, and we did the dinner, and it was exciting, and we raised, I think, around $8,000 to start giving out loans to farmers. So
all right, we have 5 minutes, so we're going to have to go across the hall. Al, you want to wrap anything here first?
Boy, it's been a whirlwind. Eco Farm was amazing. Our conference was totally amazing. Great to be on the road and be in Monterey, and then back here for our nice cold winter that we finally got. And I'm prepping stuff and resetting areas and getting ready to grow stuff. In a couple weeks, I'll be planting.
All right.
Thank you. Thanks to all the farmers that do what they do so that the chefs can look good.
And folks, check tonight's show notes for links to our guests and all the things we've talked about tonight, including the way that you can book the Will Baxter Band, Will, right?
That's right, Laura.
So you got a couple gigs coming up, and folks can check the show notes and link over to your website, follow you on Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah.
But where can folks download your music?
We're on all the streaming platforms. Our latest record, Drip, just came out. Give that a listen. And thank you so much for having us. We really appreciate it.
Sounding great.
Do you want to introduce everybody really quick?
I'd love to.
It's a big band.
I'd love to. Yeah, on the drums over here we have Mike Sorich. Mike on the bass and the vocals, Andrew Pincock.
Hello.
We've got a great young trumpet player. His name is Ben Stevens. Fabulous. And that harmonica and organ you hear and love so much, that's the one and only Dan Baleka right there. Dan Baleka. And a quick shout out to my partner, Stacy, too.
Will Baxter Band. What are we going to go out with here?
This one's called Walk Me Down the Road. Just come on, grab hands, and let's hold on to each other and take care of each other.
Sounds good.
Let's do it.
Will Baxter Band, fresh and homegrown, right here in KRCL with Walk Me Down the Road.
wide world, it'd be you. Search for my whole life, find a way to go. And then I finally met you, and now I know. And baby, I love you. Without you, I ain't worth a damn. And baby, I need you. Come on and take my hand. Take my hand. Walk me down the road. Walk me down the road. Oh, take me down the road. Walk me down the road. Oh. With you, let me take my hand. Love me so good, or treated me like you do. Everything in this whole wide world, it'd be you. Search for my whole life, find out where to be. Now I know it's me with you, you with me. Baby, I love you. Without you, I ain't worth a damn. Baby, I need you. Come on, I want you to take my hand. Oh, take my hand. Oh, walk me down the road. Oh, walk me down the road. Oh, take me down the road. Oh, walk me down the road. Baby, baby, I love you. Without you, my life ain't worth a damn. No. Baby, baby, I need you. I need you. Come on, come on, take my hand. Take my hand. Walk me down the road. Walk me down the road. Oh, take me down the road. Oh, walk me down the road. Walk me down. Oh, take my hand. Walk me down the road. Road. Oh, walk me down the road. Oh, walk me down the road. With you. With you. Let me take my hand and walk me down the road.
KRCL, Salt Lake City.